Hey, what is up, guys? Chase here. Alan, how's it going, buddy?
Still very happy with the Heat, and wrestling is back, man. I think
Re-
it's back on fire.
Wrestling is back. Now, before we actually did this podcast, Alan, he actually messaged me on Facebook. He was like, I'm done with wrestling, Chase. I'm not going to talk about it on the show. And I was fine with it because it's like, you guys get enough wrestling from me. And if Alan doesn't want to talk about it, sure, why not? I mean, you guys don't get enough MMA or NBA from me. But then all of a sudden on this Monday Raw, I think the day after, Alan messaged me, okay, we're talking about wrestling again. Holy shit, what the hell happened? Mark Henry fucked the world. And I agree with him. I mean, this had to be one of the best, well-written episodes of Monday Night Raw in a long time. And apparently, there was a report that came out that this episode was rewritten by Paul Heyman and Dutch Mantel, otherwise known as Zeb Coulter. That's two great wrestling minds making an episode of Monday Night Raw. They did an excellent job with this episode. This episode had me almost crying with Mark Henry to me cheering. Like, I haven't marked out on an episode of Raw in a long time. Like, I know people say, well, what about Ziggler cashing in? Like, that was a cool moment, but I wasn't like marking out. Like, this whole episode, most of that episode of Raw, I was like marking out for what they were doing. I thought it was a great episode.
Could, could we rarely do this, so I really want to do this because Raw was that good for me. I'm like looking at Raw right now, like the transcript of the episode. So start out. We just do this quickly.
Yeah, we can.
Uh, Alberto came. He's a heel now, which I don't know. What do you think? I don't know if I would want to put him as a
Did you
heel.
watch the payback match? How it got
I
executed?
did see it. I
Yeah.
know the crowd turned, but Chicago always turns on that.
Well, it was well executed because they told a great story on how Ziggler's concussion was still in effect and Alberto Del Rio was being a big dick about it. I always liked Del Rio as a heel. As a face, like I feel he's just like Rey Mysterio without a mask as a face and
That is true.
without the cool little moves that Rey can do. Cause see, Alberto doesn't have like what Rey has. Rey can just like you can be like, oh, I don't like Rey Mysterio, but I gotta admit he's very exciting to watch. Del Rio's not like that. It's like, well, I don't like Alberto Del Rio. Well, what is their good thing about Del Rio as a face? As a heel, you get more of his charm and personality that he doesn't have as a face.
Yeah, and for a while now, I've been saying they have to turn it all face. So if they're doing that, then I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
cool
Same here.
seeing him and Punk go back and forth, but man, it just shows like Del Rio cannot hang.
Yeah,
In
hang with
terms of
Punk.
on the mic, not look good. But and then what happened? Oh, I think Punk split with Heyman. That doesn't surprise me. I think. Well, did you expect Punk to turn face? 'Cause I expected it.
Oh, I expect it. He's coming back. It's like it's been a while. He was a heel for over a year. WWE needs a new baby face, and so just turn right back heel. Of course, Punk's gonna turn face. I mean, people were cheering him when he was facing the fucking Undertaker. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you should just turn this guy, keep this guy as a face. I mean, or at least a badass tweener. No one's gonna boo this guy. Like, does WWE not understand that?
Yeah, no, it's a great move because especially with Brock there, and who you gonna put up Brock against? They got through the whole stupid stage of putting Brock with Cena and Triple H. Now they got to put him with the actual everyday talent. I know Cena's everyday talent, but he rules the world. So
Yeah,
but speaking of returns, one of my favorites of all time came back.
yeah. Christian.
So
That was Vicky Guerrero's surprise. It was Christian.
uh, I was shocked. I had a feeling he was going to come back because, they want him in the Money in the Bank because, there's not many people on the roster that have been in a ladder match like Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't really, I thought, it still was just, all right, there he is. And, Wade Barrett's Wade Barrett. And I thought he got a great pop, too. I was a little worried that he wasn't getting a good reaction, but I think they were generally happy to see him.
Yeah, I was happy to see Christian. That was another thing. I was barking out for Christian's return. I'm like, this guy is a good person to have on the roster. He's a good talent. He works well with almost everyone on the roster. Like I think Christian ever since he's returned from TNA as Christian Cage, he's been pretty solid. I mean, I haven't seen one bad match with Christian in the WWE. I mean, he got a great like final match on ECW with Ezekiel Jackson. I think Christian has just been great since coming back to the
Yeah.
WWE, and I always said that he's always solid. You can put someone in a feud with Christian, you're going to get good results out of it.
I know people like to call him injury prone, but the thing is, from like 2000 to say I think like 2009. When did he ever get injured? This guy was like he never got hurt.
Yeah,
I just think age kind of came out to him.
because I think he was briefly hurt in TNA, but then that was actually worked into a storyline. But other than that, no, he hasn't been really been seriously injured. I think, like you said, age it has caught up to him.
So then Sheamus against Rhodes Claus, whatever. I want to get into this a little bit because I had hope for Sheamus. I really did. I thought this guy could be a next like, big time babyface, but he's just stale, just the same plain thing, and he feuds with the same mid card guys. It's just
Yeah,
like
I
that's why
agree.
people tell me SmackDown, it's always been a good show, but the reason I don't like it as much is because the matchups are like predictable. It's never anything new or innovative. So I don't know. I see every week Sheamus is facing a loser
One
Sami
eight
every
hundred
week.
fella, everybody. Just call that number. That doesn't exist. Sheamus has a
uh,
bro kick for you.
yeah, you just make him into a bully. I don't know.
Yeah, be a star, Sheamus.
Yeah, I don't know. But if there's anything bad that people can complain on TV is I haven't seen a lot of it. Because now I'm watching Full Rolls again. I've looked past that. How awful is this McMahon's freaking, basically the family's there, minus Shane O'Mac and Linda.
I personally like it just because it's like Vince McMahon is back into old form. I mean,
That is,
This is the Vinnie Mac I love. I mean, I think Stephanie is kind of a little bit like and we always see Triple H now every week. It's not like a special appearance, but for Vince McMahon to be in the form he is now, I just love it because it's like this is a Vince McMahon I grew up as a little kid. I mean, he has the hair back. He's acting like a total
yeah.
dick to everyone. He let the shield off scot free. He's like, I like you guys. You got ruthless aggression. I mean,
I love that. When he shook Dean Ambrose's hand, just like most of them, I was like, yeah.
I mean, because if you think about it, the last couple times we've seen Vince McMahon over this summer, like the 2012, he was pretty much being father to Brock Lesnar. Like he just got his arm broken, looked really weak. And then like 2011, the last image we saw of him in 2011 was him crying after Triple H was like, "Oh, I'm the new CEO." It's like, what the fuck? I mean, that's not Vince McMahon. And the
I
Vince
love
McMahon,
you, Pop.
yeah, like I love you, Pop. Like, oh my god, like this is the Vince McMahon that like gets into arguments and has the hairdo and doesn't give a fuck. Like this is the McMahon we've been missing. So I personally love it just because of Vince McMahon's work. Like I don't know. Apparently, this might lead into Triple H taking control of the whole company, but. Yeah, I honestly just like seeing Vince McMahon again. As long as Vince just shows up and does whatever, I'm fine with it.
And which I think people are discussing this is the whole Brian Orton match and how the finish happened. There's reports saying Brian Triple H got into it in the back. I just think that's going to benefit Brian. This guy's on fire. They're not going to bury him. So I think people are
Yeah,
overblowing this.
yeah, he had a stinger. He had a legit stinger in the match. If anyone had a stinger before, those things are like nothing to fuck around with. That leads like to a concussion. I mean, a stinger is pretty much like your neck hurts and you can't move like one of your shoulders. Like you could see in the match, he was clearly hurt. So they had to stop it. I mean, now there's more clarification between it. But when it happened, everyone was like, "Oh, this is terrible. How can you end a match like this?" I'm like, it wasn't like Brian looked like a total pussy. I mean, he did go back in the ring and kicked Orton's ass before Orton had to do a desperation back suplex onto the guardrail. I thought it was fine. I was like, why are people freaking out? It's fine. He's going to go for the WWE title over Orton anyways.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just think it's going to benefit him. Everything he's doing right now, like when you're over like this, you're going to get, you're going to get a reward for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not going to just throw him to the wayside. I mean, look at Ryback. I mean, he was over as hell. So what did they do? They put him with Cena. They're going to do the same thing with Daniel Bryan. He's going to go feud with Cena soon enough.
Yeah, well, let's just hope it doesn't end like that because based on what I've seen, I think
Ryback rules.
they destroyed him.
Ryback rules. What are you talking about? That's his catchphrase.
They really destroyed him. Like, there's anything that could really. One of the main reasons why I want to stop watching is just like you have this. You have Ryback. He was getting hot as a babyface. I don't think anyone can deny that. He was starting to get pretty hot as a babyface.
Yeah.
And then they heel, and they make him into a chicken shit. I told you when he walked out, I was just like, okay, this is done. When he walked out, you remember that?
Yeah, when the Shield was attacking Cena, and they were trying to get sympathy for Cena.
Okay. You market this guy as like this freaking killer that has no friends, and now he's turned heel because he wanted support.
Yep.
Like what?
I don't get it either. I just don't get it. But he did say some funny stuff as a heel. Like he said to Daniel Bryan one time backstage, he was like, last year I had the stomach flu, and what I puked was bigger than you. Ryback rules. And I was like, what?
I bet Vince gave him that line.
Probably, but I do love his catchphrase a little bit. Ryback rules. It's kind of like little kiddie-ish, but it's hilarious. But every time he says it, it's just like Ryback rules. It's like what? It comes back to like the Doyle rules from what's that Adam Sandler movie? Goddamn, where the kids like Doyle rules. Like that movie. What was that movie? Goddamn. It's the one where he has to go back to school and he starts from kindergarten all the way to high school again. I can't remember.
Is that Billy Madison?
Yeah, Billy Madison. Ryback's character reminds me of the O'Doyle rules kid from Billy Madison right now. That's what he reminds me because he goes Ryback rules, O'Doyle rules. Like it just fits so perfectly.
I would love what's it called to see what they're gonna do with him now because I don't know. He just looks shot. I don't know what they could do with him exactly. Maybe you turn him back face.
Nope. Make the burial complete. Feud him with Orton. End of it all.
Oh,
End of it all. Just end it.
oh man, dude, I didn't think it'd get any worse than working with Cena. And I'm a Cena fan, but Cena and Ryback's just a bad combo.
Oh no, it is.
Man, so you basically go from a guy who's not that great, but at least gives a shit, to a guy that is kind of good, but just does not give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, or Ryback, dude, I would turn the TV on. I can't do that. It's been, somebody say he's like maybe Ryback will get like the Mason Ryan treatment, or maybe like the Tensai treatment. I'm like, I don't know, man. They really invested a lot in him.
But yeah, so I think maybe they will probably try to turn him face again. I mean, all it takes is these fans nowadays, they just flip on and off on these people. All it takes is like hitting Fandango or beating up another heel for you to say, hey, he's a good guy again.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
anyway, so one of the biggest reasons why I'm not big on this whole McMahon thing is I think Stephanie's looked really bad the past few weeks.
Yeah,
like, I'm watching her cut these promos, and it's just
Triple H taught her. He's like, hey, don't give a shit what these divas are saying. Just bury them all. But one big thing on Raw was Caitlyn's nipple. That went on the internet.
So I know what I was going to bring up. And I don't know, it's all.
Wait, what were you saying there? You were kind of cutting in and out a little bit.
Right?
Wait, what were you saying? Like you're cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh, no, I'm saying I think Caitlyn, she just dropped the title, and now this happened. Do you think she's getting buried a little bit now?
I don't know if she's getting buried. I think that was just like she was wearing a tank top like she normally does, and those tits were gonna pop out sooner or later. Okay, that's what I gotta say. I mean, you just look at that. I was surprised they didn't like that dress didn't fall off when Big E Langston threw to the ground. I mean, her tits were literally like just asking for air. They were saying, "Just give us air." Like they were just like, "Oh my goodness," like too tight on that dress. So I'm surprised they finally popped out. Like everyone knew they were gonna pop out sooner or later. But AJ Lee, they've been wanting to make her Divas champion, but they did it at the wrong. They did it at the wrong time, in my opinion. I think if she was a babyface, it would work better because I feel AJ. I think Caitlyn should have been the heel in this situation and AJ be the face, but they totally reversed it on us.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just you get that feeling because I got that feeling. It was a good match, from Payback. But I just got the feeling it just Vince saw that tape of the Terrence Gil Kid match. He's like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make it better. You get that feeling?
Yeah. No. 100%. Vince was like, "Fuck. These are two girls I let go. Shit. Well, I'm gonna show them I can do better." Hmm. Wait. He let him go, and this is what they did in TNA, and now he's like, "Ah, fuck."
Yeah, so it's back to Stephanie. I don't know. I just think she's like, shit sounds horrible. And she like buried the Divas. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be a better actor than this?
She's been off TV for a long time, so I guess like when you're a mother now, she's just like she probably lost her touch when she became a mom. She has to worry about all of Triple H's daughters and all that other stuff, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Ambrose Kane. That's just a whatever match. It's good to see Ambrose. He's gonna have the title, and Kane just there. I like both guys, but they just want to get their spots in, and that's it. So
Yeah, and also it's probably setting up like an Undertaker thing at SummerSlam that everyone's talking about, and people are like,
crazy. That would be awesome.
if I go, my friend will probably actually buy me tickets. He'll be like, I haven't seen Undertaker live, and I want to see Brock Lesnar live, and especially CM Punk live, and Randy Orton might be there live. So yeah, we're going.
And I don't think Randy Orton's going to be suspended this time.
We don't know about yet. That spice travels around fast.
Yeah, good.
They're probably still doing that right now. Maybe that's how RVD was allowed back in the company. He asked Triple H, hey man, can I smoke some weed? And Triple H is like, you have to give me some, but okay.
I hear Triple H is like the cleanest guy. He's never done anything. Well, not performance enhancing drugs, of course. But I heard like he doesn't do like other stuff.
Yeah. It's probably secret out there. Like he's kept his image relatively clean than most guys have in the past.
What do you think? Well, RBD. I'm not really surprised by this move, but would you want to keep it as a surprise, or they just want like 20 more people in Philadelphia to go buy tickets? Because as good as popular as RBD is, it's not like he's like this main big draw anymore. He's not going to make so many people go to freaking the pay-per-view.
Well, apparently they want. Well, apparently he's really popular. Like they wanted to turn him heel and have him be like like with Paul Heyman, but then everyone was like as a special attraction and stuff like that, and feud with someone that wasn't a Paul Heyman guy. But then all of a sudden, fans were chanting RVD throughout every single arena they've been to so far, and they realized like shit, this guy's still popular. So
they can't turn him heel, man. He's too old, and you can't turn these like old guys heel. Like I don't know if Jericho could turn heel again. Maybe he is because he's just that damn good. But like even if like Christian turned heel, I don't know, man.
Well, with RVD turning heel, you would think this would open a door for like a Kofi Kingston saying, "Hey, fuck, man, I can beat RVD on pay-per-view." I mean, RVD is someone that's just like he's universally respected. Like I think a lot of people like at one point in their life they're like, "Hey, RVD was one of my favorite wrestlers." Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people love RVD. I think they wanted to keep it they wanted him at Money in the Bank because they know people will buy the show a little bit more. Maybe it'll tempt more people to buy the show to see if he's going to actually like perform well. I mean, he's still because a lot of people don't know that he went to TNA. Like casual wise, they don't know, but internet wise, we know. So I think it's more exciting for the casuals. But if he did turn heel, it would be a big door for like a Kofi Kingston to beat him at a pay-per-view. I mean, it would help Kofi Kingston's cred a lot. But even then, I think even if RVD just came out and cut a shitty promo and said, I want to face Kofi at SummerSlam, or or face a Damian Sandow at SummerSlam and lost, it would be good for him.
The offense, it's like, can RVD even be a heel? Because you look at the offense, it's like, kind of I don't know the high flying anymore, but it's like fast pace, hit the Rolling Thunder. Like, how can you hit those kicks to Rolling Thunder being heel?
Well, because if you have Paul Heyman out there and you just have Paul Heyman just be like, get him, Rob! You can do it, Rob! That's my man, Rob! Like, you just have Paul Heyman generate the heel heat, kind of like how Zeb Coulter was like Jack Swagger's heel heat. Like, that's all you do. You just generate heel heat from Paul Heyman. I mean, I'm pretty sure there'll be still some fans, like especially like in Philadelphia, cheering him. But when you get to Los Angeles, do you think any of those people? And I'm from Los Angeles. This ain't a wrestling city, okay? Los Angeles ain't a wrestling city. Like, you compare like Laker basketball to like professional wrestling, okay? Laker basketball, you're gonna get fans cheering for the Lakers and booing the other team. But if you get wrestling, we're gonna cheer the good guys and boo the bad guys. This is not like a huge wrestling city. It's just the reason why they have SummerSlam here is because this is one of the most popular destination cities for a lot of people. Because a lot of people from outside the seas, they're probably thinking, hey, you know what? I'm going to spend money going to SummerSlam, and this can also be my vacation for my family going to Los Angeles because I'm going to spend a shit ton of money anyways. Because when you're in LA, there's like Disneyland, Universal Studios, so that's why they always have SummerSlam here all the time, folks. Like, it's not because WWE just loves Los Angeles. It's just because it's just a popular city to go to for the summertime for some whatever fucking reason. Like, in all honesty, people, there's nothing to do here. There literally isn't nothing to do here besides the theme parks. You're not gonna run into Brad Pitt. You're not gonna run into Angelina Jolie. You might get lucky. You might get lucky, and you might get into the cat. You might get into like a what's it called? One of those shit like The Voice or American Idol. You might get to sit in one of those episodes, or the Ellen DeGeneres show, and might get free shit. But there's really nothing to do here, people. I don't understand your guys' fascination of visiting this place. It's really boring. But yeah, I guess maybe because RVD, if he turned heel, it would work in some ways because of Paul Heyman. But at the same time, people would still be cheering him.
Yeah, I want to see how it looks because for people that watch TNA, he's looked like garbage. For, so he's around I love RVD, but he looked like garbage at TNA. But then again, he might have been motivated.
Yeah, he probably wasn't.
Speaking of motivated, I don't know where it's gonna go, but to see Antonio Cesaro with Zeb Coulter, this is gonna be a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, everyone's like, it makes no sense. That's the whole point of this. It's supposed to not make sense. Like, do you guys not understand Zeb Coulter's being a little hypocrite with this? And besides, like, most people don't understand that Zeb Coulter, his message for, like, with Jack Swagger is he just wants to change how America is. That's all Zeb Coulter's trying to do. He's not, like, trying to say, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's not trying to say get rid of all the immigrants. He's trying to say, I want to change how America is structured. And that's what Cesaro was kind of doing with the United States title run. He was trying to say, I'm trying to change, how you Americans think. So that's why they fit perfectly in a sense, but most people just kind of don't get that. Like, Zeb Coulter's not saying, like, oh, America this, America that, it's a great country. No, he's trying to say we need to change America. And so it's going to do good for Cesaro. I think this is perfect mouthpiece for Cesaro. And also it's better to use Zeb Coulter's talents on Cesaro than Jack Swagger.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited for it, and hopefully people understand. Look, they're doing something to Cesaro. We were worried Scott, he might be just, going down to the mid card and doing nothing. Now he has his angle, and I don't know, maybe it's a dark horse to win Money in the Bank. I doubt it, but I think he's going to be one of those Money in the Bank matches. That's going to be a lot of fun. He's very athletic for his size, and definitely do a cool spot with this, power.
Exactly, I totally agree with you about Cesaro. He's a dark horse in the Money in the Bank. He's going to be in there. He's going to do a neutralizer. He's going to do a cool spot at least. I think he's going to do a Shelton Benjamin high spot in the Money in the Bank, off like a neutralizer off the ladder or something.
Now we got to get into Mark Henry. Long overdue. I think we both really thought he was retiring.
I did. I really thought he was retiring because it was just like on Twitter he was saying he was retiring. I knew that he was up there with age. I knew WWE was kind of upset with him. And I kind of thought, there was always talks about him probably being done after WrestleMania. And I honestly thought he was retiring. I honestly thought, okay, he's retiring. Mm-hmm. I had a tear in my eye during this. I literally had a tear in my eye.
I've been telling people for the past 3 years, so, all right, maybe CM Punk, but other than that, there's not been a better deal than Mark Henry. This guy's he's done so phenomenal. Like this badass bully that just beats up whoever he wants. And, when I saw him retire, I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. I understood it, though. I was like, this kind of sucks. Then he hits the world's strongest. This guy puts his family into his promo saying, I'm coming home. And he just destroys theater. And the second part is, if there's any complaints about the segment, there really isn't. But the crowd should be booing Henry, but they're just so sick of Cena. It's like we're gonna cheer this guy. Now, granted, it was awesome, but hopefully Henry starts getting some big time heat rather than getting cheered for this because he is playing heel after.
I think he will get big time heat in certain cities. Obviously, when you get to Philadelphia, it's going to be boo Cena, cheer Henry throughout the whole night. But I feel like in some of the cities they were heading to, like I don't know if they're heading to a Florida city anytime soon, but the fans there will boo Henry and cheer Cena. Or if they go somewhere like that's not really like they have to go places where they know it's not a wrestling town. Like if you go to like Georgia or like that, even though that has history with wrestling, if you go somewhere in Georgia that no one has ever heard of, yeah, they're gonna boo Henry and cheer Cena. Or if you go to like a Texas, boo Henry. Well, not besides anywhere near Silsby, boo Henry, cheer Cena. So, in all honesty, I think it will do well. And also, you told me on Facebook, you're like, it's good because now Cena can finally get out of these corny ass promos. You actually be serious for once again because that's what Cena's going to be. He's going to be serious in these promos.
You can't make any. I know, like the night after WrestleMania, I think Henry needs to have a promo back and forth, and Cena was very sexual choke, whatever. I don't think it's going to be a very intense. I don't think the match is going to be great because he's Mark Henry. This guy's big, but I think that it could possibly something.
Yeah, I also agree that Cena won't be as cheesy. Was that Alan? I think you're cutting up a little bit there. But as I was saying, like I agree with you. I don't think Cena's gonna call him sexual chocolate because he put his family in this. This is like serious shit with family. This is like when someone on Survivor says, "Trust me, man, you're not getting voted out. I swear this on my family," and then they get voted out, and then people are pissed off, like you swore on your family, like on like an episode of Survivor. That's what like some people do. They swear on their family, and then all of a sudden they get mad. People get mad at him. Cena's gonna be mad at this. And if he isn't, if he cuts the same cheesy promos, it just ruins what a great feud we have heading towards Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and I hope the commentators do. I'm interested to see, like JBL, like Bex, because I'm really stuff. Yeah, he's healed up. Like I wonder, how he builds up Henry. Obviously, he's Mark Henry and everything, world's strongest man, but. The concert should be fun, even though Laura will contribute to nothing.
Yeah, no, Jerry Lawler will make like one or two jokes, and then afterwards he'll say something, and then Michael Cole will be laughing too hard, and then the commentary will go awkward silence for a little while.
Speaking of commentary.
Wait, what'd you say? You were cutting up a little bit.
Banner, you got trouble for commentary.
Josh Matthews, you were saying?
No, Colt Cabana.
Oh yeah, Colt Cabana. You got to try out to be a commentator. Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I hope he gets it.
And then maybe finally we can get John Cena on the Art of Wrestling and understand the John Cena death stare, because that's one thing that always haunts my mind. Like, what was John Cena doing at a death staring Colt Cabana? Why would he do that to Colt Cabana? Yeah, like I just want to know because like that would be cool because like if he gets a job there, it's like he adds life to the commentary booth. Hopefully he can handle heel Josh Matthews. Have you heard of heel Josh Matthews as of late? Like JBL's like, yeah, man, I've been trying to toughen up this kid as of late. It's like you're just a dick to him on SmackDown. Like I remember someone was like, one of my Q&As was like, hey, have you heard about Josh Matthews turning heel? And I'm like, what? This is a joke, right? And apparently he's like a big dick to JBL on commentary. And I was like, I watch SmackDown sometimes just to hear what Josh Matthews is saying to JBL.
Wow. And we haven't talked about Chris Axel. I hate that name, but I always think it is push.
I like it because he deserves it because he is someone Attitude Era and old school fans will watch because they can relate to his dad, Mr. Perfect, and he's pretty talented. He's nowhere near Mr. Perfect level, but he's a talented guy that just needed to get out of a shitty name like Michael McGillicuddy. I mean, Curtis Axel's no beautiful name, but the fact that he's using his father's music remixed is fine with me. I love it. Wait, what were you saying? What were you saying about Axel? I think you were cutting up a little bit there.
Axel, I prefer name to be Kurt, not Curtis. I think Kurt's like a tougher name.
Mm-hmm. Like just Curtis. Yeah, Curtis is kind of like a little baby name. It's like, hey, baby Curtis, come here. But Kurt Axel does sound a little bit better. I agree there.
Maybe because it sounds too much like Kurt Angle. If he was.
Yeah, and a little bit, yeah. Kurt Axel, Kurt Angle, yeah. And some people could be like, oh, is that Kurt Angle's new gimmick?
Apparently Kurt Angle's in the main event mafia. We'll get to that.
Uh,
We'll get to that too. We got to talk about Punk Rock though, and I did not expect Brock. That's another thing with Raw, man. I did not expect Brock to come out.
I once Del Rio and Ziggler went to the back, I said Lesnar's coming out because it's like they wouldn't just send these two to the back unless something big was happening. It was either Lesnar coming out or Heyman was going to come out to talk to Punk about something. But when Lesnar came out, I was just happy. I was like, fucking finally, yes. Lesnar's getting in another match, and this time it's with someone that really needs a big time match and a big time. Because, like, Punk, he came off the longest WWE Championship reign, and, he came up with facing The Undertaker, but he needs more big matches in his resume, I feel, in his WWE career. Like, I feel like WWE kind of wasted him for a long time in his WWE career, besides, like, a little bit of 2009 in the Strader Society, but then, even then, they fucked that shit up. So I was so happy when Lesnar came out because this is like, okay, yeah, now you guys are showing this is an emphasis on Punk. Like, Punk can actually do something big with Lesnar, and it shows that you guys are actually caring about SummerSlam a lot more than you usually do. Because you can get Cena, Bryan, Ziggler, Del Rio, Punk, and goddamn Lesnar. Like, shit, man, that's a huge show.
Yeah, and Punk's gonna take punishment. Like I can see that, and I think Brock's gonna fling him around, it's gonna be a very physical match, and I think he's gonna be motivated. And when I saw Brock come out, I noticed he looked very happy. Like he had that douchebag smile. When I saw him come out smiling, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, he was. When he grabbed the microphone, I was like, all right, please don't have this person thank God Paul Heyman's there to talk for Brock. Because can you imagine a attacking session between Punk and Lesnar? Because can you just imagine Punk just tooling Lesnar on the mic and then Lesnar repeating himself 8 times and saying, like, I'm a former UFC champion? Like, I feel Lesnar works best when he has to do a recording session where he has to sit down and record, because then people who are recording with him can, like, especially in the UFC, do you really think, like, he said some of those things, like, perfectly? No. Like, the UFC fed him some lines, of course, to say, like, okay, say this type of stuff. No, I think you should re-record that. Like, then, like, especially when he worked with Kurt Angle, that's some of his best stuff. But that's because Brock only had to say 2 or 3 words, like, "Oh, I can drink milk faster than you," and then Angle would take over half the whole segment. So, like, in all honesty, like, Lesnar cannot talk on a microphone for this set, like, at all against Punk, because then you're just because Punk will just tool him out. And if Lesnar says a couple of words, like, I'll kick your ass, fine, I'll take it. But if he says, like, more, if he starts rambling, oh God.
Yeah, that's not good. I still think that was one of the best video packages ever when Brock, the on ass kicker. Like that's one of the best video packages I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Well, the one where he was talking about John Cena, right? He was like, John Cena would be carrying my fucking backs.
Yeah. The only thing that's running down his leg is piss. Yeah, but yeah, I'm whenever Brock Lesnar's around, I'm always happy. And it was just funny, like he was just smiling, and it looked like he looked like that happy douchebag heel. He's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm ready, fuck somebody up again. That's Brock Lesnar for you. And I don't know, Raw just was very refreshing. I was really I wanted to see the Henry segment because I've got a long time Mark Henry fan. Been so impressed with his work. Sure, his Coolio was pretty bad, but whatever. I just respect guys like veterans like that, like guys like Edge, and I'm sure if Kane retired, I watch it right away. Like,
yeah,
you might not like somebody. Like, I never really care for the Big Show. I know you can't stand the Big Show, but
I'd watch
it. Doing a retirement speech, I would totally watch it.
Yeah, I would go watch it. I'd be like, oh well, when I was a little kid, this guy was the shit. So yeah, of course I'm gonna like anyone that's retiring. Even if I like, unless it's someone like random, like if I hear like, well he. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna use his name. I know he's dead, people, but if it was like, oh, Tess is retiring, folks, I'm gonna be like, why? Like, is this important? Like, if Tess like is like, oh, this is my final match ever, I'm done, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, good for you.
Jamie Noble, you should say.
Oh well, I like Jamie Noble. I always had a soft spot for Jamie Noble.
Oh, you should. I guess you don't. I don't know.
We're going to Applebee's, an idiot.
He's no longer a match. He does his speech.
Oh, Zack Ryder.
I like Matt Striker.
Oh, I thought you said Zack Ryder. Matt Striker, yeah, if he retired, I'd be kind of upset. But if Zack Ryder retired, his retirement speech would be like, "Woo, woo, woo, I blew it."
Yeah. They gave you the pushback, but like,
It's all right, Zach. You're in limbo now. You're with Kofi Kingston with the original Xbox and the PS2 and old Dorito chips. You're fine. That's all. That's hey, SummerSlam sponsored by Doritos this year, so they have a bunch of those Doritos hanging around backstage.
just, like, just in general, the Raw was so fresh. Like, I turn it on, I missed a little bit. I see Cesaro facing Regal, and man, it's always great to see one Regal. That's the
Dude,
one who started, guys. I know he looks heavy, but hey, whatever.
I was like gonna say like, dude, Regal got bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. He's never looked that big though. Like, he's never been great. I hear he has some kind of problem. I don't know, but
Man.
sure they put him in the ring, but I guess they wanted to do something with Cesaro. He's like, look, let me work with Cesaro.
Yeah,
You could only stop Zack Ryder out so many damn times.
yeah. He can only wrestle Zack Ryder on Superstars like how many weeks in a row or something. I don't even know. I don't even know if
No.
Oh, he's injured. He's coming back soon.
Dude, I miss Santino, man.
Yeah, he suffered like a.
Guys,
I think he suffered a concussion before Mania or something. It was like random. It was like at a house show in February. Like I don't think it was a. I think he suffered like a legit injury. Like because he was. I know he was obviously booked for WrestleMania, but I heard he got injured like in February, and he's coming back soon. I know that.
dude, man, but I always remember that Elimination Chamber, man. They were chanting Santino like he was Austin. The whole arena was all for Santino Marella.
I remember at that time they did that. They capitalized at a great time because they knew Jeremy Lin was so hot, and so they were like Santino's the underdog story, just like how Jeremy Lin is. So they were smart for capitalizing on that because like, Santino, what if he's a surprise entrant in Money in the Bank? Like like we're expecting someone so great, and then Santino's music hits.
Oh man,
It's like the final participant.
he's just a fun-loving guy. I never. I know that people don't like funny gimmicks, but I like the goofball stuff. I don't mind Brodus Clay. I don't mind Sweet Tea. I can tolerate it. That everything's gonna be goddamn serious.
Yeah, when Santino, I bet you Santino will come back and make Wade Barrett an official jobber. It's all right.
Speaking of guys,
like that next week, Wade Barrett will be expecting his IC title match, and Vicky's second surprise for Wade Barrett is Santino Marella.
Oh man,
I
that'd
can't.
be cool. I was thinking maybe they'll bring back Oswald for Wade Barrett.
Yeah, what if that's Wade Barrett's new gimmick? He's just waiting for his IC title rematch, and he just faces like all these legends and former WWE superstars.
Yeah, man, Gene Snitsky, SummerSlam, book it.
I'm getting my IC title rematch tonight. I don't care. It wasn't my fault.
People stand up, but.
And then, or even the Snitsky, like, oh god, that was creepy when he used to have that. I don't even know where they were going with that gimmick.
What do you think Wade Barrett's problem is? I think just. I don't know. I don't see any fire in him. Like I don't think he's just that aggressive. He's just like going through emotions. I always feel like.
I feel that he's just kind of like he's probably upset. Like most wrestlers get like that, where like some wrestlers have it where they're like always pissed off. Wade Barrett, I don't think he has the pissed off type of feel to him. I feel like he's just an overall nice guy, and he's forced to play heel, and he doesn't really like playing heel because I always feel like Wade Barrett's probably too nice for his own good in real life Wade Barrett, because like his interviews he seems really nice. He doesn't seem like a dick, and it's like I don't feel like he has the fire to be a heel.
Well, I thought Cesaro's problem. I thought Cesaro looks like the nicest guy in the world, and like I don't know why they would boo him exactly. Like he looks like a pleasant guy, and yet I don't see him as a heel, but he's with Colton, so that always helps.
Yeah, Coulter can talk for him. Like some people, I feel like they're like too nice for their own good. Like the Miz, he's like a dick in real life, so that's what makes him a great heel, and that's why he can't play a good face because it's like the Miz is like a fucking dick. I mean, this dude used to be on the Real World when it actually mattered, when the Real World was actually cool to watch. This is what
Absolutely.
The Miz was on the Real World when it was cool to watch. Like, he was a big dick on the Real World. If anyone ever watched his seasons, he was like a big dick, and he was actually a big reality TV star. Like, he was huge. The Miz was like a big thing, and so that's why you expect the Miz to be like such a great dick, because he's played one throughout his life. And then it's like, say for example, I don't even know if the Real World's still active. I'm pretty sure it damn is, but say for example, Miz is brought on to one of these reality TV shows. They're going to ask him to be the dick that he was on the Real World so many years ago. They're not going to tell him, hey, be a baby face. So, like, when you make Miz a baby face.
I feel like they missed the ball about a year ago. Like, maybe they did it too late. He seems like, I know he's a dick in a way, but I feel like he connects with the audience, but yeah. I don't know if it's booking or like his promos. Because when he was doing stuff with Punk, he came off really bad. Like, he was making mom jokes. I'm like, who the fuck makes mom jokes?
Yeah, like as a babyface, it's like, what are you doing? It's just like, I expect better. Like, heel Miz versus heel Punk would be great, but babyface Miz, I just feel like, yeah, I do agree. I think he can connect with an audience, but I feel like he's just a natural born. You need to keep him as a heel type of person. Like, just like how Batista, it's like, no one gave a shit about him. Like, if you name Batista's WWE career, people are going to say Evolution, WrestleMania 21. Then after that, it was just rematch after rematch. And you say, you're like, yeah, Batista, yeah, he was all right. But then everyone remembers, you're supposed to be my friend, duct tape, I hate you too. Kissing babies, hugging fat girls. Like, you remember that heel Batista more than half the shit that he did from like 2007 through 2009, because that was great shit. Because I've always felt Batista's a natural born heel. He's not a baby face. Like, Batista's never like when was Batista good as a baby face? I mean, the most memorable line that he had is like, basketball don't hold grudges. Like, really? That's your most memorable babyface line? Basketballs don't hold grudges?
Yeah, that does me less sense. Like, I think his biggest babyface moment is when he put the thumb down.
Yeah, but that was 2005. That's not 2007 through 2009 range.
That's a good point, man.
2005, Batista was a shit.
I didn't watch those 6 to 8, so I couldn't really. I see clips and stuff, but I thought his matches were really good, but I don't know about the promos.
Yeah, no, their promos were terrible. It was mostly like Edge being like, I'm the rated R superstar. Batista's like, rematch. You can't have a rematch, Batista. You know it's a Mac Militant. Come on, let's get it on. Tag team match. That was all their promos throughout the tape feud, and it was terrible. It was like, why am I watching Edge and Batista feud again? Like, cause that's all Batista said was rematch after rematch after rematch. Like, it was ridiculous. It was like, oh, come on, settle down.
Yeah, that's why when he turned heel, man, it was just so refreshing. So with everybody, everyone's like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. Don't ever leave, please.
Yeah, well, why don't we do that with Cena? Like, why not have it where Rey Mysterio fucks up a match with him, and then he just goes up to Red and says, "You're supposed to be my friend," or just someone that he's supposed to like, and just like Sheamus, and he beats up Sheamus.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I want Sheamus to be good because I think he's a generally nice guy, but these are the orange guys I don't really care about right now.
Yeah, like Sheamus and Orton are like in pre-limbo. Like, they're not in limbo with Kofi Kingston just yet, but they're going to enter there soon enough.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Yeah, it's not good at all. So, main event Mafia time? The Stinger is back with main event Mafia?
Then we'll get into best. I can't do any MMA stuff, but I can talk for like another half hour.
All right.
Yeah, TNA, then we'll talk about the fans. But why do they want to bring back old stuff that, wasn't really that good?
Because one train wreck versus another train wreck is great TV.
That's a good point. Of course, main event Mafia, they bring back the guy who I thought really killed it. I thought Kurt Angle was kind of like the Triple H of the main event Mafia.
Because, like,
really annoying him and his stupid Randy Couture look.
Hey, Kurt Angle's trying his best to emulate his MMA career that never will be, but like, like I don't. It's just like so funny. And did you read the spoilers? Who's now also part of the main event mafia?
Joe is right.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I heard about Joe.
Yeah, and that makes no sense. Joe's in the Bound for Glory series, so why should he care? Like, why would he be like if Steen came up to you, like I would think about Samoa Joe. Steen comes up to you, hey brother, want to be in the main event mafia? If I'm Samoa Joe, it's like, I'm in the Bound for Glory series. Like, I don't want to focus on that. You ain't gonna win it anyways. Just join the Stinger, it'll be all right.
They bring back people. They brought back. They bring back the man of the mafia. They got two people here. Both the same from 3-4 years ago. Like I'm hoping that somebody like a surprise or something. Obviously, Tyree Nash. Obviously, Tyree Booker. We all know it's like as much as we love to see that.
Oh, Brooke Hogan would probably have a restraining order in Scott Steiner. She probably already has one. But no, also, you know who is coming back probably most likely? He has to come back in this situation. He will, and it will be dreadful.
Chris Harris?
No. JEFF JARRETT.
No.
He's back, baby. This is my company, TNA Wrestling, and you ain't taking it away from me, baby. I mean, we haven't seen this fucker on TV since that Angle feud, like since 2011. So you gotta think Jeff Jarrett's due for a return.
I know, that's your favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah, JEFF JARRETT, slap nuts, like.
I thought you were saying DDP for a second. I was like, wait, what?
No.
Yeah, I guess. It's sad though. It's like that's gonna be their big surprise though, Jeff Jarrett. It's like, I don't know. It just they bring back the mafia. It's like they're all gonna wear suits now, right? It's like, but you guys are baby faces, so it's not gonna be suits against fake motorcycle people.
Yeah.
It's like we got Sting coming up with face paint. And he's gonna be wearing a suit, and then you got freaking fake bikers like Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
Dude, this is just horrible.
That's why it makes great.
That's
why it makes great TV. But I'm still going to Bound for Glory. I got my tickets for $65. Thank you, Ticketmaster and TNA, for hooking me up with that promo code. $65. Huh?
You're sitting close, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sitting in the floor seats. Yeah, I'm sitting there.
Nice. I would hope so, man. $65. I was like, damn.
Dude, $65 for SummerSlam is not even good seats. Like that was the funny thing because I was looking at SummerSlam tickets. I'm like, what the fuck? And then $65 for TNA is like floor seats. I'm like, this is a joke, right? I'm like, all right, I just paid $65. I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, I don't care. I'm going to Bound for Glory at San Diego State University.
Get to see your boy Hulk Hogan in the main event.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Him and Bully Ray for the title. Can't wait.
Oh, man. Since we are talking about spoilers, I'm kind of interested in Austin Aries being the fake suicide.
Yes.
Dude, I don't care what Austin Aries is probably one of the most craftiest people you'll ever be. Like, this guy tries to make him out to be some mid-card. He finds a way to do something awesome.
Like, okay, I have a question, though. Does that make Austin Aries no longer eligible for the Bound for Glory series, or is he still allowed to do it?
So I hope not, man, because he's a great worker. And, as much as I love Joseph Park, I have no idea why he's in the BFG series. I like Hernandez, but he's another guy. I don't know why he's in.
Because they need those people. Because like if you have a stacked BFG series and then you have it where like 1 week like AJ Styles who's at like 10 points beats like Kurt Angle who's at like 20 points, everyone's gonna be like, how's this possible? Kurt Angle's on a roll. But you need those one guys like Robbie E last year and those guys that that will just job for no reason. You need those jobbers in there.
You use Chavo Guerrero for that. He's not doing anything.
No, Chavo's going to be a main player in the X Division. That's why this whole set. Don't you know, Alan? He's on his way to a Triple Crown. He's on his goddamn way. No, actually to the Grand Slam. First it goes to X Division. By next year, he'll be TNA TV champion. And then year October next year for Bound for Glory, for Eddie Guerrero, because it will be like 7 years after his death. He's gonna do it for Eddie. TNA is gonna capitalize on some stupid bullshit. He will win the world title. It's all part of a master plan for Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Oh man, they just dropping the ball at so many guys. Like James Storm, man, this guy was supposed to get better last year. Now he's
Who's
just a
wait,
tag
wait,
team
wait.
champion.
James Storm is injured, Alan. We have a fake James Storm. He's teaming up with Gunner. This is not James Storm. James Storm, I
Oh,
know, want to team up with Gunner. Okay, this is a fake James Storm. The real James Storm is injured. I think he's gone or got kidnapped by the mafia.
yeah, kidnapped by ninjas.
Yeah, the ninjas at Universal Studios. But yeah, that's pretty much TNA, Bound for Glory series. Can't wait. If you're going to be in the San Diego State area, don't go party. Just go to TNA Bound for Glory. Tickets are cheap.
There we go. And then you go to the hall. Oh wait, I don't think the Hall of Fame, whatever hotel it's in. I don't think it's like open to the public.
No,
That's stupid.
dude, no, straight up. I remember I was like, you know what? If I'm going to Bound for Glory, I'm going to go all out. So I bought my ticket for $65, and so then I was like, okay, can I get Hall of Fame tickets? You can't buy a single Hall of Fame ticket. It's ridiculous. Like, I was like, no, you have to buy this stupid ass package, and it's like $949, and I'm like, not even the SummerSlam travel packages. Like, okay, the SummerSlam travel packages, they're like around that same price, but they give you a nice hotel. They give you all days of access to go to. They give you nice seats, like, and then they also give you two tickets for the Raw after SummerSlam. TNA ain't giving me tickets for the Impact out after Bound for Glory. All they're giving me is a hotel, some Sunday breakfast that's like, what? The breakfast with the superstars?
Sunday breakfast.
Yeah, it's like some stupid breakfast. And I'm like, are they going to drive me to the show too? What's next? And then I was looking at the tickets for these packages. So I'm like, what are the tickets for these packages? I looked, they're like the shittiest fucking seats ever. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're not even like decent seats. Like the SummerSlam travel packages, they make sure you get like near floor seats or just like they give you the row before floor seats pretty much for the SummerSlam travel packages. Good seats, pretty decent seats. You can see everything. I mean, you're not there close, but hey, you went to Access for 2 days and you got free hotel. So why are you bitching? For TNA, it's like these shitty ass seats, and I'm like, whoever pays $949 for this bullshit, it's crazy. Like, because I remember I was going to buy like the Hall of Fame tickets, but I guess the single tickets sold out or something. Because there were single tickets, but they all sold out. And the single tickets, and even the single tickets were like $149.
Jeez. And it's not even an arena. It's in some kind of fucking hall.
And it's not like
Square Garden.
Yeah, and also it's not even like it's like 8 people going in. It's one fucking person.
What a joke.
Yeah, that's like I'm sorry, like TNA, I love how cheap they are, but for like fan access, like their fan access tickets are also ridiculously priced because okay, I understand difference between WWE and TNA fan access. Obviously, TNA, you get to meet every single superstar because I went to the Bound for Glory one in 2010, I think it was when I went. Like, yeah, AJ Styles team 2010 or 2009. I can't remember 100%.
I think it's 09.
09, there we go. I went to that one, and I think the tickets were cheaper, but just for the fan access for TNA, it's $49.99 compared to $20 of SummerSlam fan access. And it's like, when you go to these TNA fan accesses, they're not like in nice place. Like, okay, SummerSlam access is held outside. They give you cool stuff to do. You can have fun. You can meet the superstars. They're really cool. The lines aren't long. The staff is nice. For the TNA ones, they're in this hot, stuffy room, and you just sweat all over the place. And oh god, it's just ridiculous. I just said, wow, like TNA, like I understand it's Bound for Glory, but I don't even think like WWE would go this extreme for like just like to promote a show, you know. I just thought it was ridiculous. Like I said, fuck it, I don't even care if I don't get to meet. Like I already met these guys once before. It's not like I'm dying to go see Gunner and get his autograph or Kenny Keene. It's like, oh, I can't wait to see Kenny Keene. Like I already met Magnus. He was dressed up as a Night Warrior when I met him. It was hilarious.
Can't wait to meet Crimson, you know.
Oh yeah, Crimson. He chopped to Joseph Park.
I can picture that breakfast deal to be like, all right, you got breakfast with two TNA stars, SoCal Val and ODB.
And they're in character the whole time, and you're like, can you just act like normal? And like the eggs are soggy and the bacon's not even cooked, and it's just,
ODB's drinking out of her flask.
and in the flask you can totally tell it's water because you don't smell the alcohol. And then you're looking excited for the blueberry muffins, and they're like the shitty little like small pieces of shit, and the milk tastes awkward. Oh god, it just sounds terrible.
And Hogan comes for 30.
What were you saying? Oh.
Yeah.
So what were you saying? Like what were you saying? What cost $30?
Oh no, I said Hogan would show up for like 30 seconds. I said hello to you and tell you happy night.
Like, see, I just find, and it's funny too. Like the hotel, it's only one night stay. So what am I supposed to do after Bound for Glory? Do I just say, oh, do I bring my suitcase with me to after Bound for Glory? No, it's not even a 2-day stay. It said Saturday night hotel stay. So what about Sunday night TNA? What about Sunday night?
You're sleeping in Eric Young's car. I don't know.
Eric Young has a car somewhere, so I'm just gonna drive home. It's gonna be a long ass drive, and it's gonna be like 3 monsters, but I think I can make it. Not a big deal. I can't drink at the event anyways.
So I want to talk about the Finals Club, and then I gotta head off.
Yep, the NBA Finals. LeBron James's legacy continues as he won Game 7 against the battle-tested San Antonio Spurs. Pretty good series, I would say. The first game was exciting. Second game, third game, fourth game, fifth game, kind of exciting. Sixth game, really exciting. Seventh game, best Game 7. I think better than the Lakers and Celtics Game 7. That game was fucking great. I thought.
The thing with the Lakers and the Celtics was it was down to like the last second.
Yeah, but I felt like this one was also like that. Like I feel like because like the Lakers Celtics one, it was missing that one moment. Like you know when that one guy misses a shot and you're like that guy's gonna look at that. Like Tim Duncan missing that one little bunny hop shot that he had, and he was trying to go for the tip, and they went to I think Battier was it? Like Battier grabbed the tip. That shot you're gonna always remember and say if Tim Duncan would have made that shot, this game was going to be totally different because after Tim Duncan missed that shot, Spurs momentum went dead.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
And also Lakers Celtics, we also forget like Kobe Bryant was a finals MVP, but that was like a shitty ass game for him. Like Meta World Peace and Derek Fisher were like the heroes of that game. Like Kobe wasn't like the MVP. LeBron, he was the MVP at Game 7. Like this was LeBron's legacy. Like Dwayne Wade put in a good contribution, but this was obviously like LeBron James's game. Like he dominated this one.
Oh, absolutely, dude. He was in that when he hit that jump shot, man. It's over. Like he just looked like he was not going to lose.
Yeah, because this is LeBron's legacy. If he lost this game, no more being known as a top 5 player of all time. That's what I'm saying right there. I know a lot of people are like, that's a little critical to say, but it's true. I can't consider this guy and the likes of a Magic Johnson or Larry Bird or Michael Jordan and all these other guys if he did not win that game, because this is like a chance to repeat and create history. And right now, he's obviously in discussion for maybe top 10 of all time just because of what he has done. And I feel like LeBron, he could be a little bit higher if he would have won. If he won like every single finals he's in and had 4 championship rings, no argument. Top 5 of all time. But right now he's entering the top 10 range of all time. And this is huge for LeBron because now, obviously the rumors about next season, could he leave the Heat and go back to Cleveland, or what do you think is happening with Chris Bosh this offseason? There's a lot of talk about what they might do with Chris Bosh.
Oh, I don't think any team would really take him. I think his value is hurt right
now. No. You tell Charlotte, give me Kemba Walker for Chris Bosh. Those idiots with Michael Jordan, done. They would take. You ask any team, any shitty team in the NBA, like guaranteed. You guys call the Orlando Magic right now. You tell the Orlando Magic, yeah, we want either Tobias Harris or who's the center that fucking who's the new center? I can't remember their name, but he's fucking solid and he would do good for you guys. What's his name? He's white. He's Russian or something. I can't remember his name. Oh my god, it's gonna bug me. Huh?
There's a Russian center on the Magic?
No, I don't know what his last name is. I can't remember his name, but he did good this year. Oh god.
Oh, is it Gustavo Ayon?
Was it Gustavo Ayon?
I remember he played for the Magic. Nikolai Vucevic?
Yeah, if you tell the Magic you want Nikolai Vucevic.
He's a power forward. That's why I got confused.
No, he plays center for the Magic. Tobias Harris is the power forward. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Vuvicic's the center. Tobias Harris is the power forward. What's his name? The rookie Maurice Harkless, I believe his name is. Harkless plays.
Harkless.
Yeah, he plays the 3. The 2 is a follow, and the 1 is either Jameer Nelson or the other point guard that I can't remember the name of. Antoine Moore, I think. I'm not sure, but
Antoine Moore.
Yeah. So yeah, if you.
Yeah, you're right. 7 feet tall. Shit, I thought it was 6'10".
No, he's tall, dude. That dude's a rebounding machine. If you guys got him on the Heat, you guys would definitely be like dominating fuckers all day. That's what I'm saying. Like if you told the fucking Magic, hey, we can give you Chris Bosh, the Magic will be like, yeah. Or if you told the Celtics, who are rebuilding because they're talking about trading KG and Paul Pierce to California for whatever reason, but if you told the Celtics like Chris Bosh, no matter what, in this league, especially with this weak draft coming up and this offseason only offering Josh Smith and Monte Ellis for most teams, like those are the best options most teams can get because not every team's like a Dallas or Atlanta and or like the Clippers and Lakers who have a max contract to offer. Like if you told any team that you want a certain player for Chris Bosh, they will sign his ass. They will trade whatever they want for his ass.
I feel like teams judge players on what they've done recently. Like that's why I think Jared Smith's value is really hurting right now, and why I see some teams spending like a Nate Robinson or like Lance Stevenson as a free agent, or even Danny Green as a free agent. Although he looks like shit last 2 games.
Well, Danny Green's actually Gary Neal's a free agent. Danny Green's still he's still with the.
I think Gary Neal fell off after like game 3. Everyone was worried about him. He kind of fell off.
Gary Neal asked Mario Chalmers, "Hey, how do you have one good game this whole season?" And Mario Chalmers gave him tips. Just like Dwayne Wade, like Manu Ginobili's like, "Hey, Dwayne, I need to take some of your sensu beans or drink out of the fountain of youth." And Dwayne Wade's like, "Here, Manu." Yeah, no, like seriously, that's what I said. Tim Duncan's been on. Like, fuck, man, how's the guy still playing at a high level?
I hope Manu retires. I really like Manu, and he just can't play at a high level anymore. Like, he's never played more than 80 games, and that was in 1 season.
Yeah.
He's very injury-prone. It's just like, what's the point of keeping him around? You want to develop guys like Danny Green. I think Len's going to be a star, but you want to keep giving Danny Green more minutes, and I see Manu's hindering that team.
Yeah, and we can't forget Manu, like, before he came into the NBA, this guy was a European stud. Like, when he came into the NBA, he came in relatively super late.
Yeah, he was like 26, I heard. Because he's 35 now.
Yeah. Ginobili! Goodbye, Ginobili.
Spot, man.
Yeah, like if any team's going to sign Manu, it'll be those New York Knicks. Come on, man. Come on, man. We just need one more player to win the championship. That's all we need. You can come. Right, Carmelo? Yeah, man, whatever. I don't care anymore.
I think the Eastern Conference is going to be really good next year because Indiana's going to be a contender. Chicago's going to have
Now, this is the question. This is the question to ask. Who will the Heat's first game be against? These are the possibilities. Will it be against OKC? You think it'll be Indiana?
I'm pretty confident. Although Chicago has a shot because of Rose coming back, they might want to hype that up. But
another thing that I think could get another thing also with this offseason coming out, you know the rumor about Chris Paul and Dwight Howard, right?
Oh, going to Houston?
No, Atlanta together. They can go to Atlanta together because Atlanta has all this cap space. and they're thinking about trading Al Horford and Luis Williams to get Kevin Love. So they would form their own little big three.
They can't do that.
Yeah, they can.
What the? You don't want that. You don't want to lose Caleb.
No, I don't want to lose Caleb. I don't want Luis Williams. He tears his ACL. Like Al Horford, sure, yeah, you're better than Pekovic, but not for Kevin Love.
Yeah, that just sounds so crazy. I don't know. Like
well,
I feel Atlanta's making some big moves, but I think they've had a lot of years to do that. Like they've been floating around, like I said, the first round, and probably not for Andrew Joe Johnson. He got to go, and Josh Smith he's next, but.
Where do you think Josh Smith's going? Do you think Dallas or Houston? Do you think which because like those are the only teams that I think can afford him, unless Milwaukee says, hey, come team up with Larry Sanders in our post.
Yeah, I don't know about Milwaukee Florida. Mark Cuban, he's very aggressive. I can see him easily going to Dallas.
Do you think that he's going to try to get like Monte and Josh Smith on the same team?
Monte.
Because he like Monte will be pretty much their point guard / pretty much their point guard because they don't have a point guard really under contract.
Darren Collison, he's not bad.
No, he was only 1 year. Like I asked him about that. I'm like, hey, are you coming back to Dallas? He's like, I don't know. They said I might not come back. Because I worked NBA Nation and like I remember I was talking to him and I was like, hey man, dude, you did good in Dallas. He's like, yeah, I did okay. And he's like, it wasn't my favorite year. And I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, I'm like, are you gonna go back to Dallas? He's like, I don't know. I don't even think they want me back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
I think that would be crazy. Dirk, Josh Smith, and Monte. The only issue is it's all three guys are scorers. They don't really know. I know Josh Smith is pretty. He can block shots, steal. Gets his steals, but a lot of those guys are kind of one-dimensional in a way.
All right, if you were to predict, where do you think Dwight Howard's going? Is he staying in LA? Is he forming a dream team with Atlanta? Is he going to Dallas, or is he going to team up with the Beard and Jeremy Lin in Houston?
Ooh.
Those are the only teams that can afford him, right?
Yeah, no, it's a spot like I haven't put much consideration. Some reason it's just what they can do with a Sheik because they spent big money for him in Houston. I could see him fitting in Houston, but I just feel like Houston spent so much.
Well, with Houston, what they can do is put a Sheik at the 4 because right now they're 3 position. I'm pretty sure they're going to re-sign Chandler Parsons. They're idiots if they don't because then I'm praying to God the Timberwolves sign Chandler Parsons. But I'm pretty sure they're going to re-sign Chandler Parsons.
What about Terrence Robinson? That's not Terrence, Thomas Robinson.
Yeah, obviously Sacramento hated him, so they gave him away for a reason, I guess.
Draft that guy in the top 5 and just trade him.
Hey, man. Sacktown can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they're still going to be awful.
Yeah, exactly. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
I heard DeMarcus Cousins, I heard he wants like a max deal, otherwise he's, leaving.
Wait, did he opt out of his player option already?
Because I know he wants a max deal.
Oh, okay. So
much.
Yeah, I say even DeMarcus with his attitude issues, you give him the max deal because he's really what you have to build on, and he's one of those guys that can become either a make or break star. I say you take the risk on DeMarcus Cousins. You roll the dice with him. I just think there's too much.
Yeah.
I think there's too much potential for Cousins. I don't think there's like you should let him go because then you're gonna bite yourself in the ass when he's like dominating on another team.
Age is really benefiting him because he's still got a lot of potential. Like he could easily be at least a top 3 center in this league, if not the best, because he's just so damn talented. But
yeah,
they're worried about his maturity, man. That's the thing. And if I'm stuck around, I'm trying to develop him, but I don't know. I wouldn't pay him just now. I'd probably wait another season.
So do you think Dwight Howard's going to probably stay in LA? Do you think he's just going to say, "Fuck it, I'm staying with LA" and old Kobe?
I think LA, they just don't want to rebuild, like, in a way. They just always want to be around, like, they always want to be around, the age 7, the lower seeds. Like, I can't see LA maybe like, okay, we're going to win 25 games this year and just build. I just think they're going to try to hold on to whatever they can. So if I had to sign, shockingly, I I think the White will go there. He'll stay in LA, but I still think he's a good fit over there. But I just don't think LA they have the right system where they just want to rebuild. His ego problem. But
Well, they're kind of fucked because they can't even rebuild through the draft because they gave up all their picks to Phoenix for like the next 3 years just for Steve Nash.
that's a good point.
I mean, they just gave those all up, and so they kind of fucked themselves over there. Like all of those picks too, like that they gave up to them, like none of them are like top 10 protected. I don't think so. Like, yeah, so pretty much like they're fucked no matter what. Like they could suck, but Phoenix would still have their picks because like it's not like they're top 10 protected picks. Like they just
Yeah,
traded straight up. So
I'm waiting. I'll get traded. If anyone's leaving, I'm waiting for Powell.
yeah, Powell seems like a suitable option. Do you think Chris Paul is going to stay with the Lob City Clips, especially with the rumors of Garnett and Pierce coming, and that maybe that will tempt Chris Paul to go back, and Doc Rivers coming in, and that'll have Chris Paul thinking, you know what, I know the Clippers are in win now mode, or do you think Chris Paul might force Dwight's hand and say, hey, let's go to Atlanta, or do you think that he's going to go to Dallas because that's the only team that can offer him a max contract? Because people don't understand Chris Paul. What the Clippers are going to offer him is a huge contract. I believe it's like 6 years, $100 fucking million.
Yeah. Well, he is one of the best, but now Doc Rivers isn't going to the Clippers. They already broke that off. But now KG and Pierce are. I think that whole trade is just a big mess. It's like, well, what are the Clippers doing? Like, I don't know if they're in a position to win now. Like, I look at the West, I see Golden State, I see still San Antonio. The Thunder will obviously be.
Yeah, the Thunder will be back. I think the Clippers. You forget this is the Clippers here. They suck for how long, man? They're so desperate they'll do anything.
Yeah, it's just the West is so competitive, and it's like, KG and Pierce, are they that much of an upgrade?
Well, in the Western Conference, let's see, because you think of the teams that may be rising and the teams that might not be. Yeah, I guess maybe. But one guy said what they should do is sign and trade Paul, where you sign Chris Paul and you trade him to the Pacers for George Hill and Danny Granger. And then Paul George is under the Larry Bird rule, so you can oversign a bunch of money for Paul George. So that way you still have Paul George intact. And then you have CP3 and Paul George. And I think that's a better option. Sign and trade him to the Pacers.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Because then they can have a press conference and they will be like, yes, we did. And then afterwards, Roy Hibbert.
Yes, we did.
Then Roy Hibbert will be like, not one, not two, no homo, not three, not four. No. Fuck you, reporters. AD championship rings.
Wait, let's go. Let's wrap this up. So, as for the draft, I don't know. It's a weak draft. I'm probably gonna write.
Yeah, apparently the rumors are Cleveland is trying to trade out of the top pick. A lot of people thought it was going to be Nerlens Noel coming to Cleveland, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. I think that they might even go for Porter in this situation.
Cool. Well, they do need a small forward, but I don't know. It's just I think they're getting nervous because Noel's come up at 20 CL, and who knows? And he really was not that great of an offensive player. Like pretty raw.
Yeah, like a lot of people were kind of turned off from his offensive workouts, and also Ben McLemore. He seems like a popular option, but the Cavs are not really because like they surprised us with Dion Waiters last year, and then later on he ended up being like a really good pickup for them. So. I heard they might draft a random ass center that I had never heard of for me. Like I read a couple mock drafts. You might see it in a couple mock drafts, but it seems like a Cleveland thing to do. Draft someone that we expect to be bad but ends up being good. So you know what? Like Cavalier basketball is heading to a right direction. And not to mention they're a hot spot for free agents because people want to go where Kyrie Irving's at. I mean, come on. The dude's in Pepsi commercials. He can hook you up.
Yeah. Well, who's the center? Name?
I forgot his name, but I know he plays for like something. I forgot the name. I just remember I was reading someone's mock drafts, like in a couple other mock drafts even had this. I was like, okay, this mock draft must be stupid because pretty much every mock draft has it where it's like Cleveland's either taking Noel or Porter, and then you have either the Magic taking Noel or McLemore, and then the rest is just like Timberwolves trade up to get Oladipo, which I'm praying to fucking God happens. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, Timberwolves are looking to like give up like Derek Williams for Oladipo. I'm like, fine with me. There, goodbye, Derek Williams. Oladipo, come here, mini Dwayne Wade. We need you. Dude's a mini Dwayne Wade. He is a mini Dwayne Wade.
Well, Alan Draft's pretty weak, but I think there's gonna be some crazy trades. It always happens to be one trade in the top 10, so why not? But and I gotta head out, and we'll definitely talk next week. We're gonna definitely do like a UFC one. I know you got to get that one out.
Yep, that's it for Chase and Alan Talks this episode. Remember, you can always check out Alan on Twitter at Alan_Stirk. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Make sure you guys subscribe by clicking the little icon or down below. Q&A coming out tomorrow for you guys. I've just been burnt out doing these videos, so I decided to take a little vacation, if you will. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoy and see you all later. Peace.